Longitudes. Have you ever seen a globe or the map of the world? It is very difficult to locate a place by its name. To make this task easier, we take the reference of both the longitudes and latitudes. Thus, knowing just the latitude is not enough to locate a place on the map. Equator is a reference line for north and south. We also need a reference line to locate places in the east and west directions. Since the equator passes through the middle of the earth, it is taken as the starting line for the parallels. However, since all meridians are equal in length and run from North Pole to South Pole, one particular meridian had to be chosen as the reference line. It was decided by all countries that the meridian passing through the British Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London would be taken as the starting line. It is regarded as the 0-degree longitude and called the prime meridian. It divides the earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. The longitude of a place is the angular distance of that place east or west of the prime meridian. It is measured along the parallel that passes through the place. Like latitude, it is also measured in degrees, minutes, and seconds. All longitudes to the east of the prime meridian are denoted by the letter E, while longitudes to the west of the prime meridian are denoted by the letter W. Let us take an example. Find out Jabalpur in India and Pittsburgh in USA. You will notice that both lie on 80-degree longitude. However, Jabalpur is located to the east of the prime meridian, so its longitude is 80-degree E. On the other hand, Pittsburgh is located to the west of the prime meridian, so its longitude is 80-degree W. There are 360 meridians in all, 180 to the east and 180 to the west of the prime meridian. The 180-degree east and 180-degree west meridians are on the same line. Longitudes and time. You already know that all the parts of the earth do not get sunlight at the same time. Only about half part of the earth receives sunlight during a certain period of time, and the other part remains dark for that period. When it is day in India, it is night in the USA. So the time also differs from one country to another. Time can be commonly measured by the movement of the earth and the moon. When the sun is at the highest point in the sky, it is noon. As the earth rotates, each place has its morning, noon and evening. Local time. All places located on the same meridian have noon at the same time. This is the local time for that meridian. Look at the atlas and find out which other cities have the same local time as yours. The earth rotates from west to east. This is obvious from the fact that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The sun does not move, but the earth does, so it must be moving in the opposite direction. This phenomenon becomes clear when you look out of a running train and the trees appear to move in the opposite direction. Actually, the train is moving, but the trees are stationary. Standard time. You already know that different meridians have different local times. Now, every country has a few meridians passing through it. India has about 30 meridians passing through her. Do you think then we will have 30 different time zones in the country? There would be utter confusion regarding train and flight timings, business schedules, TV programs, and even our daily routines. To avoid this problem, the local time of a central meridian is taken as the time for the whole country. This meridian passes more or less through the center of the country and is called the standard meridian. Its local time is called the standard time of that country. The local time of the prime meridian is called the Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Time zone. The earth was divided into several time zones on the basis of a particular system in 1884. Since the earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, 24 time zones were demarcated. Can you calculate the width of one time zone? Remember that there is a difference of 4 minutes for 1 degree longitude, and each time zone is of 1 hour. In some places, the time zones have been adjusted so that a city or a country is not divided into different time zones. International Date Line. An imaginary line called the International Date Line was created. It is more or less same as the 180-degree longitude and passes through many islands in the Pacific Ocean. If the international date line were a straight line, then whichever country is crossed would have different dates on both sides of it. Thus, the international date line is a zigzag line, keeping the island groups on either side of it. If we cross this line from west to east, we adjust our watches by adding a day, while we subtract a day when we cross the date line from east to west.